Hello, I'm Hansi Parchment. You're watching Talawa TV with Crystal Davis.
I think the uniqueness of the Reggae Girls is they embody the national motto of Jamaica, which is out of many one people. So when you look at the entirety of the Jamaica squad, you have dark-skinned girls, mixed-race girls, girls who have black and Asian in them. You also have the homegrown players, so like your Bunny Shaw, your Konya Plummer, your Den Blackwood. So what that means in terms of from a grassroots perspective is girls who are born in Jamaica can look at a Bunny Shaw and hear that authentic accent and say, you know, if Bunny can make it, then so can I. Once you hear that authenticity, that raw Jamaican accent, they should be able to look at a Bunny Shaw who's now our captain to say, if Bunny can do it, especially if you come from the same community, the same parish as her, if she can do it, then so can we.
I want to give a big bless up to the Reggae Girls out there. They ain't believe in us. John did. Reggae Girls, keep winning, keep inspiring. I know you're going to be great out there. World Cup. Sadella Marley, nothing but love. Bless up from DJ Khaled.
And I'm representing for the Reggae Girls. You know what I mean? Big up on yourself every time. Especially if you're qualifying for the World Cup back to back. You know what I mean? Sidela, big up yourself. One love every time. You know the thing go. Blessing off a flow like a river. Blessing off a flow like a river. What the Reggae Girls do? Left them name night earth like a queen. Me have to big up the top soccer team. You know Massacre represent. Jamaica support you every time. You know the thing go.
Hello, I'm Hansi Parchment. You're watching Talawa TV with Crystal Davis.
I feel like I'm from UK, you know.
See the moonlights on the town. Whoa, I'm getting ready. Talawa TV is in the town. Whoa, I'm getting ready. Got a corner on the telephone. Yeah, this is the Ocean of the Messenger, and you're watching Talawa TV with the host and best Stu Davis. Take it away.
My Talawers, how are you all? Good afternoon, good evening, possibly good morning. All depends on where you are in the world. Welcome back to another live stream. I decided to give you guys back-to-back live streams because I know some of you missed last night's live stream. So the idea is to give you guys, for those of you who missed last night's live stream, hopefully you're able to catch tonight's live stream. Let me know how I'm sounding in the comment section. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if there's any background noise that's creeping through my microphone. I can't really tell how I'm sounding, but similar to last night, I feel like I'm sounding a little bit echoey. So I'm trying to get as close to the microphone as possible. So let me know how I'm sounding, guys, in the comment section, because I'll be able to adjust my sounds accordingly based off what you guys are telling me. And for tonight's live stream, I've had to go for my my shades because my eyes still hurt me since last night's live stream, and it's triggering a headache. So the shades are there to kind of protect my eyes from the screen. Maybe I need to like dim the light on my laptop. I don't know. But as I said, guys, let me know how I'm sounding in the comment section. If not, I might have to pause and do a quick little playback, which I don't want to do. So do let me know how I'm sounding in the comment section. Don't make me have to beg you guys. Also, as you tune in, as you come into the live stream, smash the like button. So before I go any further, guys, again, please let me know how the audio is sounding. I'm not asking you to do anything difficult, so just let me know how the audio is sounding. I'm trying to wrap this one up within 30 minutes, possibly a little while longer, depending on how long it takes me to go through the live stream. So yeah, let me know how I am sounding, please. If not, it looks like I'm just gonna have to play it back on my phone because you guys aren't cooperating with me. So I might have to just listen. I'm gonna mute my microphone and listen back to myself because you guys aren't being helpful at all. So hold on, bear with me. Okay, it sounds all right to me. So again, if anything is creeping through the microphone, then let me know and I will act accordingly if you guys can't hear me. All right. So some of you have been reading a few of your comments, and some of you have been asking about the Reggae Girls pertaining to the club update. Some of you have been saying that you want some club updates where the Reggae Girls are concerned. So that's the main focus for tonight's live stream, is to give you guys some updates on the Reggae Girls, their whereabouts, who's playing where, who's representing what club, and so on. So I'm going to try and do a quick little run through for you guys. Also going to give you guys a club update pertaining to not just transfers but also who is in action, who's resumed play after the short summer break for their respective clubs. We do have some Reggae Girls who have been on the move in Europe, and they've made transfer from their previous club over to a couple of well-respected clubs across Europe. Off the top of my head, we've got Benfica with Jody Brown, Fenerbahce, that's the new home for Konya Plummer, Leicester City, that is the new home for Chantel Swaby. I almost said the wrong sister there. So that is how we are looking again where the clubs are concerned. There's a couple more Reggae Girls who have made move elsewhere, not just in Europe but also in Asia, and I'll give you guys that the updates as I go through the live stream. So yeah, I think it's safe to say on observation pertaining to the movement of the Reggae Girls that things are definitely changing. It seems that the Reggae Girls are spreading their wings, although that's nothing outside of the norm, because it's always been like that. Certainly since we've managed to taste success on the global scale pertaining to qualifying for our first ever Women's World Cup back in the 2018 window, with the 2019 World Cup hosted in France being our debut. Since then, obviously, if you're familiar to the Reggae Girls, then what I'm saying shouldn't be new to you. But if you're not, the bulk of that squad were based overseas, as in they were playing their competitive football outside of Jamaica. So it goes back to what I was saying in terms of the Reggae Girls spreading their wings, not being something new. But it is quite pleasing to see that when you're looking at the makeup of the team, it's not so hands-on focused on England and the rest of Britain in terms of where the girls are playing their respective football for their either current club or soon to be club. It's pretty much spread out across the board now. Girls playing across Europe, like I said, some playing in Asia, and so on. And I guess you could say that is one of the knock-on effects from the World Cup from last year, which was co-hosted by Australia and New Zealand. I guess that's some of the rewards that you can reap when you go to one of sports. I think that is probably the biggest sporting competition. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Maybe some of you might disagree with me, but that's what happens when you get to sports biggest competition. You're able to make move elsewhere to not only better your playing career but also better your life as well, for yourself and also for your loved ones. I know someone dropped a comment in my comment section. I am pretty sure that I responded to their comments. But if in case, Fresh, oh my God, the freshest God on the planet. Fresh, tell me how I'm sounding. I sound a little bit echoey. Can you hear me clearly? Are you picking up on any background noise? Fresh, let me know, because there's a few of you who are tuning in, but you're not really communicating with me, so I can't even tell if the stream is being interrupted or not. I sound great? Okay, fantastic. If I don't and you're still around, then let me know and I'll make the necessary adjustments. I lost train of thought, but let me try and see if I can remember where I stopped off. Yes, someone, I think his name is D. I don't even know if it's a man or a woman. Okay, so the person is called D. And I am almost certain that they asked me about the Reggae Girls ranking because I did respond to them. But if in case they haven't seen my response, I'm just gonna go and like dive right into it for them. This one is just for you, my subscriber there who was concerned about the Reggae Girls ranking. So let's just go and have a look at where we're sat currently. I've kind of split it up into two sections there for you. I've split it up into the world ranking as well as the CONCACAF ranking, so we can get a clear understanding as to where we're at. So if I scroll up, you guys can see that it is the latest women's world ranking. This one was last updated on the 16th of August, so a few weeks ago, 16th of August 2024. Occupying the number one spot is the USA. The clubs that make up the top five include England, Spain, Germany, and Sweden. And just outside of the top five is Canada, one of our CONCACAF is friends too nicely of a way of putting it. One of our CONCACAF neighbors is probably the better way of framing that. And if we scroll down, the country that you guys are all looking for, Jamaica, is positioned there in the number 42 position. I hope you guys can see that on your screen. Yes, you can. Mr. Colin Clark, good day, sir. How are you? So there we are, guys. To answer your question, for those of you who are wondering, where we sit, in terms of the CONCACAF ranking, I know it's not where we want to be, especially when you look at where we were ranked before. We were ranked at number 37, and you know, when you look at our performance at last year's World Cup, I can't believe it was only last year. It seems so distant away with the history that Lon Donaldson and his women were able to achieve in getting to the round of 16, the knockout stages for the first time ever. First Jamaica football team to achieve that wonderful bit of history. Men's team have yet to come close to either touching what we've done in terms of on the women's team or eclipsing it. I don't think any team respectively can eclipse what the Reggae Girls have done, because they have well and truly cemented themselves in the history books. So again, post World Cup, not qualifying for the Gold Cup definitely plays a role in our current world ranking. The lack of games that we've accumulated since the World Cup. Subsequently, also not qualifying for the Summer Olympics, this Olympics hosted in Paris, that all contributes to our current ranking. But hopefully, I'm going to try and stay positive and hope that our Reggae Girls can climb back up the world ranking. Now, in terms of the CONCACAF, very few nations in the CONCACAF region, which I've already touched on, actually stand above us in the CONCACAF ranking. And if I look at the world ranking, if I go up, I'll take it slowly so that you guys can see it. First country that is above us from the CONCACAF region is Mexico, as well as, I made a slight mistake. I'm going to go back. So that's Mexico, as well as the USA and also Canada. And closely following us, just behind us, if I scroll down, is Costa Rica. I brought up Costa Rica, Mexico, Canada, and the USA because if you look at the current CONCACAF ranking, this one was last updated on March 11, 2024. I'm going to give you guys the chance to look at that CONCACAF ranking. This is how the top five looks currently. Women's championship ranking, USA, to no surprise, occupy the number one spot, followed by Canada, Costa Rica. Remember, in terms of the world ranking, they are one place beneath us in the world ranking. Mexico is occupying the number 4th position, and we're sat in the number 5th slot, ahead of Panama, our friendly neighbors. Haiti, El Salvador, another friendly neighbor, Trinidad and Tobago, and the rest of the CONCACAF region make up the ranking. So I hope that answers the question with regards to where we're ranked currently in the world ranking as well as the CONCACAF ranking. Hopefully that clears up the question that you guys asked me in the comment section. Next, I think I am going to speak about one of our star girls. We have so many star girls, but I'm just going to brush over what I've already touched on. Again, this is just to bring everyone up to speed if in case you haven't seen my previous pre-recorded stuff, or in case you haven't been following my stuff on my social media platform. So whether that be the YouTube community section, or on Instagram, or maybe even on X, formerly known as Twitter, although I still refer to it as Twitter. It feels weird saying X. So this is one of the news that you might have missed if you've been out the loop pertaining to one of our main star girl. Definitely a poster person, I would say, for Jamaica football, although she's massively disrespected, not just from a football perspective, but broadly speaking in terms of sports. So that includes your track and field, your cricket, and so on. Definitely one of Jamaica's finest athletes. So this lovely bit of news here came earlier on in the week. And you can read this one for yourself, but if you don't want to read it, I will go ahead and read it for you. And a lot happened at the Professional Footballers Association Awards evening. Again, it took place this past week. And Khadija Banishaw, the Reggae Girlz captain, was named the 2023-2024 Footballers Association Women's Player of the Year. It's such a tongue twister, this. I don't know why they didn't just say women's player, but they've actually said women's player of the year. So that's that where Khadija Banishaw is concerned. And she also, not only did she walk away with one of the most prestigious award of the night, but she was also deservingly placed in the PFA's Barclays Women's Super League Team of the Year, which I think is fully deserved outside of sounding biased. Gordon Edwards says better than the Reggae Boys. I don't think anyone can knock you for that. I most certainly agree. I do think that they're better than the Reggae Boys, 100%. Staying on the topic of Bunny Shaw, she is currently down under in Australia with her club Manchester City. Reason being, they are going through a tour of Australia for their preseason preparation with the league, as in the WSL, soon to get started. And in terms of club, I'm going to leave Bonnie on screen for a second until I move on to the rest of the clubs pertaining to results for the girls' respective clubs. In terms of preseason, quite a lot is happening. A couple of the girls are still in preseason, going through their fitness preparation with their respective clubs. Others have signed for different clubs across the globe, and others, the remaining Reggae Girls, are actually playing club football at present. So in terms of who has been on the move, because that is how I've kind of like structured my live stream. In terms of who has been on the move, let me go ahead. I've actually left that for like the closing part of the show. So what I'm gonna do for the first part of the show, in terms of what's happening now with the Reggae Girls, I'm gonna give you a brief update on the Reggae Girls who have stayed put. Possibly is staying put for now until maybe somewhere in the near future. So as I said, Khadija Banishaw, she's down under in Australia with Manchester City. Tottenham Hotspur, as you already know, that is the club belonging to Rebecca Spencer and Drew Spence. I'm pretty sure you would have caught this one. They've been in preseason with Tottenham for I think a little over a month now. They've been in preparation with Spurs. Spurs play in the top flight of women's football in England in the WSL alongside a couple of Drew and Rebecca's compatriots. Now, in terms of Tottenham, the biggest news from Tottenham is that Drew Spence has signed a new contract extension with the North London club, and with that, her contract has been extended until June 2026. So a little under a year remaining on her contract with Tottenham. Hopefully, for Spurs' sake, or I should say for Rebecca and Drew's sake, hopefully they manage to see out a trophy, lift some silverware, if this is going to be Drew Spence's final year with the North London club. We all know that she's without a shadow of a doubt a WSL legend, having previously spent over a decade at Chelsea, the blue half of London. Now, in terms of another player that you guys are always asking me about, one of you guys' favorite, Tiffany Cameron, she still belongs to Ria Batiste. Some important information there for you guys in relation to Tiffany Cameron. She is currently awaiting a visa approval before making her way back to Spain to join up with Ria Batiste. So hopefully she'll be on her way to Spain in the coming days. For now, she's sitting put in Canada, spending some well-deserved family time with her loved ones. And if she is to make that trip over the next couple of days, and hopefully she has a safe travel on her journey. So that is how Tiffany Cameron is looking, for those of you who are wondering. And hopefully this visa situation can just get going now, because I'm sure she's desperate to link up with her club. I've been watching Ray Batiste from a distance, and I can see that they're doing some preseason stuff. As you guys are already aware, they had an exciting season last season. Exciting from an outsider looking on. I'm sure if you're one of the players, exciting is probably not the right term to use. At one point, they were in a relegation scrap alongside Kayla McKenna and Villarreal. I'll get onto Kayla McKenna and Villarreal later on. Unfortunately, Villarreal were relegated from the top flight of women's football in Spain, whereas Rhea Batiste and Tiffany Cameron avoided the drop. So hopefully this season would be less of a struggle for them. And I say that in the nicest way possible. Hopefully things can be a bit more smooth sailing for them, and they can climb higher up the table than they did last season. Another player to give you guys some update on in terms of preseason activity is Alison Swaby and AC Milan. Or I should say, similar to other clubs across Europe, they're in their preseason preparation. Whilst I'm talking about Alison, I think it's only right that I speak about her sister, Chantel. Or actually, no, because that's going to go in a different direction. I'm going to get onto Chantel in a moment. So let me just continue to focus on the clubs, on the players who have stayed put with their clubs from last season. Another player that is Sydney Schneider. She made her debut for Chicago Red Stars in the NWSL Liga MX Summer Cup, and that was, let's call it, a month ago, because memory serves me well. That cup match there was played on the 26th of July. That's when they played their cup match, and that's where Schneider made her debut for Chicago Red Stars over in the NWSL. Denton Blackwood. Let me go ahead and actually bring up something for Denton Blackwood, because she's actually one of the players who have gotten things underway for her respective club. And it's a club that I have discussed many times, so you guys should be familiar with their name. There they are. I'm hovering around them. UNAM, and they play in the top flight of women's football in Mexico. And it's a pretty reading for them. They secured a 2-1 victory over their opponents. And as you can see, this is match day seven. They're currently sat in the third position. And they have so far secured 15 points. In terms of wins, they have 5 wins and 2 losses so far. Hopefully, they continue on a positive trajectory of picking up the maximum points. Worst case scenario, a draw. Another player to update you guys on is Atlanta. Bit of your, I should say, maybe from my research, is this was our first. Actually, I need to double check. One of the first. I don't want to say it was the first. One of, because I just remembered another Reggae Girl played against another set of Reggae Girl. So this was one of the first, as I always call it, Reggae Girls derby, and it's come in preseason with Atlanta and Southampton. They took on Spurs and Spurs and Drew Spence and Becky in a preseason friendly this past week. Moving along to Birmingham City, I'm pretty sure you guys should know who plays for Birmingham City. That is the club belonging to Siobhan Wilson, and they have been abroad over the last couple of weeks or so. They, just like the other clubs that I have mentioned, they've been in preseason preparation, and they recently played against Spanish side Levante. Now, in terms of new clubs and where our Reggae Girls are at, there's a host of Reggae Girls who have moved on to let's say bigger and better things. No disrespect to their previous clubs. Paige Bailey Gale, she has recently signed for SC Sand, and that is a club based in Germany, and they basically play in the second tier of women's football in Germany. So she has left England. She was previously playing for Newcastle United, one promotion of them. I was actually hoping that she would stay with Newcastle United. However, last season contract was a short-term one, having signed from Crystal Palace. And me selfishly wanted her to stay in the country, but clearly herself and possibly her representative and maybe Newcastle as well had other idea. So her new club, as I said, is SC Sands. Now, in terms of the babyface assassin, that is none other than Jodie Brown. She signed a contract some weeks back, probably several weeks back now, with Benfica, and that is a lovely bit of news, because if you've been following Jodie Brown, you will know that that is actually her first professional contract, having left university. She previously studied and played for FSU in the United States, playing in Florida. So she's gone pro. I'm still going to be calling her the babyface assassin. I still see her as this sweet 16 teenage sensation, the prodigy. So she kind of just reminds me of one of those people that just have this babyface innocence about them. But of course, looks can be deceiving because she is a deadly player. So all the best to the players who have mentioned so far in terms of moving from one club to another, and also just in general with playing for their respective clubs this season. Another player who has been on the move is also one of you guys' favorites, because you guys are always asking about her. Is Chinelu Asha. She's now playing her trade in Mexico in Liga MX. She's playing for a club called I think it's pronounced Mazlatan. And I think I might have butchered that name, but I'll try to brush up on it for my next live stream. But the key bit of information there is that she's now playing football in Mexico. Now getting onto the of a Swaby sister. Previously mentioned Big Swaby, Alison Swaby. Now, in terms of Luca Swaby, that being Chantel Swaby, she signed a 2-year contract with Leicester City women, and that was following her departure from French club FC Flohy 91. So it'd be interesting to see how this one pans out with Chantel and Leicester City. Like myself, I'm sure you guys will be watching keenly to see how the girls perform. Elsewhere across Europe, Konya Plummer, she has made the jump to Fenerbahce. She's now playing for Fenerbahce in the women's Super League. Across in Spain, we have another Reggae Girl to keep our eye on in relation to Espanyol. That is the new home for Trudy Carter. In Japan, we have a club to keep an eye on to watch for maybe this season and beyond. And the club that we need to be keeping an eye on is it's spelled Kobe, so I'm assuming it's Kobe, right? Maybe I've got that wrong, and I apologize if I do. Either way, that is the new home for Vian Samson. That is a Japanese club, and she's actually jumped ship from one Japanese club to another, which I actually I like the sound of that because clearly it seems like they're treating her well in Japan. I always worry when our Reggae girls make the jump to countries where the language within that country is probably not their mother tongue. Always wonder how they're going to perform. Also look at the makeup of the league and question whether it's diversified enough, and wonder if that's going to have a knock-on effect on their well-being, mental well-being, and overall will whatever they experience have a knock-on effect on their playing performance. But clearly Vian's enjoying life in Japan. Long may it continue. Backtracking a little bit in terms of Spain, I did touch on Villarreal earlier on alongside Ria Betis. In terms of Kayla McKenna, she has moved on from Villarreal. She now belongs to Madrid Club de Football. So that's not Real Madrid. For those of you who are wondering, it's two separate clubs. The big news from that is, thankfully, she's staying in the top flight of women's football in Spain. And that is possibly purely down to the fact that her previous club, unfortunately, were relegated from the top flight of women's football in Spain. And she had a potent season last season, one of Villarreal's um clearly most important player. I'm sure the fans are going to absolutely miss her. So all the best to Kayla McKay and her new club. Now, in terms of some additional match updates there for you guys, some good news before I close off on the show. If I try to like bring this one up for you guys, I'm gonna move on from Denden's club, and I'm going to go to Scotland quickly to have a look at their league. And this makes for a pretty reading if you support Shade Adamolakun. That is, as you can see right here, this is a healthy scoreline to look at. Not a healthy scoreline if you're Dundee United, though. They were absolutely stumped out by Shade Adamolakun and Hearts, and they licked them for 8. Some good news there in regards to Shade. She netted a brace as Hearts hammered Dundee United 8-0. If I go back a step, let's see if I can go back a step and maybe bring up the league table for you guys. 4 matches played there. Unfortunately, 1 loss. But they are, as things stand, sat in the 4th place position. Only teams that sit above them is Celtic, Hibs, and Rangers. Currently, from the 4 matches, they have accumulated 9 points in the bag. And if I go down on my list, another reggae girl there, she made a transfer in recent weeks, and so far, I'm assuming her club is probably thinking this was the right move and why not. And you are, or you should be, let me just double check and see if you are. Yes, you guys are looking at um Watford FC. Now, Watford FC is the club belonging to Lashante Paul. She is one of their summer recruits, and she's off to a wonderful start. Long may it continue. You're looking at a result that does mean something to us, because with this result, what it means is that um Lashante Paul on her debut secured a all-important win for Watford, which actually sees them get on with their season with a all-important 3 points in their back pocket. If I backtrack and go onto Watford and look at their previous games, I hope that you guys can see their previous game. You can see right here, match day one of 22 games. They kicked off the season away to hashtag United. Unfortunately, they lost 3-1. Saying that to say, it takes us to this point, winning 1-0 at home, first home game of the season. And Watford have their new player to thank for securing the all important 3 points, and hopefully it stays the same. We get to see more of the same for Watford and Lashante as they compete in the National League South throughout the season. And as ever, as I would usually do with the rest of the Reggae Girls, I'll keep an eye on how the girls are performing at club level. I wanted to do this live stream for you guys because it is something that I think you guys requested without directly or indirectly asking me to do it. I know that some of you were wondering what's going on with the Reggae Girls pertaining to their FIFA ranking and also movements in terms of who's playing where, who's staying put. So hopefully I've managed to give you guys the necessary answers. Even with these glasses, my eyes are still hurting me, so I need to figure out why that is. I don't know if it's a sign of me actually needing glasses, because I sit in front of you guys with glasses on, because whether it's the ones with the clearer lens to like protect my eyes, but I don't know if it's a sign that I might need glasses. I hope not. Not that there's anything wrong with people who wear glasses, but I hope not. So yeah, so before I go, let me know what how you guys are doing before I close off. I think I got a couple more minutes before I close off on the live stream. Um and if you are just tuning in, then all you have to do is just go back and watch what's already been said. Whilst I'm here, if you guys have any topic in mind, feel free to fire them at me, and I will sit down and choose which one I think is the appropriate topic to work with. I know some of you, or I should say, is it safe to say some of, yeah, definitely some of you, based off the voting from last night's poll. I know you guys voted for me to do a live stream on the Mason Greenwood topic of conversation. So that's something that I have been thinking about since last night's live stream, and I'm going to be trying to like put something in the pipeline for you guys. Have you guys been hitting the like button, by the way? I did put a poll in the comments section. Yes, you have been hitting the like button, so thank you for that. I think I have covered all of my topics. Brownman, I haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for showing your face. How you doing? I think that is that. You guys don't seem like you're in the talking mood tonight. You guys don't seem like you're in the talking mood tonight. So I think I'm going to be closing off in the next 2 minutes. That will take it to 40 minutes. I think that's what I had in mind, a little under an hour, only because my eyes are hurting and I need to kind of just shut down my laptop. Um So I think that's that, guys. You guys are really quiet tonight. Maybe I might consider changing the timing of my live stream. I might go at a sooner time. I decided to go what I think at the time was 6 o'clock Jamaica time, only because that's in the evening, and I'm assuming people are home from work or are just unwinding with their day. So that's why I chose 6 o'clock. If 6 o'clock isn't working for you guys, let me know and I'll go a little bit earlier. I don't think I can go later because at the moment it's 20 minutes to 1 a.m. Here in London, so I don't think I can go later. So possibly if you guys want me to come on at an earlier time, then let me know and I'll make the necessary adjustments. Mr. Edward says thanks for the information. My pleasure. My absolute pleasure. Also, before I forget, thank you to you guys who joined me on the last live stream. Thank you for making my return to YouTube smooth sailing. I was a little bit nervous with it being my first live stream in 8 months and counting. So thank you for helping me to get the cobwebs out the way. Definitely appreciate that. All right, guys, enough of me waffling on. If you're out and about, I hope that you make it home safe and sound. And if you are just tuning in, just watch the video on playback, and also don't forget to hit the like button. I'm going to have to love you and leave you. I've got a headache that's creeping up, so I'm gonna close off, get something to eat, and see if I can get rid of it. As always, thank you guys so much for your love and support. And don't forget to turn on your notification bell because I will be giving you guys regular content, and you will be seeing me next week as well, just as soon as I manage to get the content right in terms of what I want to discuss with you guys. I'll be back. So remember to turn on your notification bell, and that is all I have to say. Thank you so much for blessing me with your time, and you know how it goes. Until next time, take care.
I'm John Barnes, and you're watching Talawa TV with Crystal Davis.